What is up, and welcome to this emergency edition of Chatted Up Sports. I'm your host, Greg Larnard. Yes, it is after 10 o'clock here in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, but we've got some big things for the city of Chattanooga to talk to you about this evening. And look, the boys are busy. They're doing their thing. Got a couple of little girls that they got to take care of. Miggy's on a bus somewhere, and goodness, who knows where Joseph is. But I am here with you, and I'll be with you for a little while here this evening because we have some big things to talk about. Oh, wait a while. We have Garrett Tolley in the building.
Excuse the mess. The mess. We are climbing the ladder of success for soccer in Chattanooga, as well as my pantry. So.
Yeah, that we are. We have not talked about what the big news is. Obviously, I put it out there for people to see as this live was happening. But the big news, CFC and the Red Wolves are finally going to be playing. How about this, GT? Look at this. Are you kidding me? Finally, we have never seen this happen in the history of these two football clubs. And finally, again, they're just down the road from each other. Now we're going to finally get a chance to see these two, I don't know if you can call them rivals, but city rivals face off against each other.
Now they would be right. Now that since, CFC got that boost to MLS Next Pro, do you feel like that makes them more aligned? I guess it has to be.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, I was kind of doing some research because obviously when this happened, I was like, all right, well, I got to look up what this U.S. Cup is all about and the Lamar Hunt Trophy, this, that, and the other thing. I was like, the Lamar Hunt Trophy, that sounds oddly familiar. Yep. That is the AFC Championship Trophy, the name of the AFC Championship Trophy as well. And you mentioned that CFC is in the MLS Next Pro League. They just got bumped up there a couple of years ago. It was a big thing around the city. And the Chattanooga Red Wolves Soccer Club, they are one of the founding members of the USL League One in the third division of American men's soccer. So Look, just big news for the city. We're extremely excited. Look, tickets are on sale right now. You can go over, you can go to CFC, the website, and you can check it out. That's Chattanooga ChattanoogaFC.com. As you can see right here on our screen, go to that link and check it out. And tickets are on sale. And they just also tweeted out that the tickets to this match are in fact included in your 2025 season ticket packages. So Those of you who bought the season tickets for CFC, you're covered.
Always taking care of the people, man. And honestly, I'm stoked to go. So it's April 2nd, right?
April 2nd.
Look at you go. All right. I'm
We're rolling
the ticker down here. So April 2nd. And last time we were up there, they had that brand new, what's it called? The, I don't know, lounge area too.
The Ultra Club.
The Ultra Club, yes. Yeah. And so I love that they're doing that at Finley Stadium, because that place is sick too. So I mean, I think this is gonna be awesome, man. And I have not seen one Red Wolves game yet. I've been to a few CFC games, of course, but I haven't been to a Red Wolves game. So I'm excited to see how they clash. And I did a little bit of research, like you did, on just the Cup in general, and it sounds like, like I said, this has been going on since like 1914. Years and years as part of the it's a national thing. So this is only the second round of many, many more to come. And from what I read, the pot size, the winner of this particular tournament will win $600,000, and second place will get like $250 or something like that. So
yeah, it's pretty loaded. And I was again doing some research up about what this US Open Cup was all about, and they said there's never been a team, I don't believe there's been a team that's not an MLS team that's won it. No lower division team has won the Open Cup since the Rochester Rhinos in 1999. What a name for a team. And the most recent lower division team to reach the final was the Sacramento Republic FC back in 2022. After there was a little bit of a hiatus for COVID, they came back in 22, and Sacramento Republic FC was able to make it there. So, look, this is not a competition that you would expect CFC or Red Wolves to win, but it's really cool specifically for our city that one of these two teams is going to move on to the next round.
Mhm.
And it's just really cool that we get a chance to see them face off against each other finally.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's good for Chattanooga. It's a time to come together. I mean, you got the two teams that we all follow, and so I'm stoked. Our friends at CFC made us aware of this and that this was coming out, and gave us the opportunity to come and share this news with you guys. And so it's and I think, Greg, I mean, the idea is that we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there.
That's the hope.
That's the hope.
Some way, somehow, we're going to be there, and we'll do a show from there, and we're going to make it happen, and it's going to be a big deal because this is a huge deal for the city, and for those that are soccer fans that follow either one of these clubs or both of them.
Mhm.
You know, I think people have been sort of clamoring for these two to face off against each other, and it's like, you know, why don't they play each other? It really just didn't make sense. It made almost too much sense to have them face each other, but it's just never happened. And honestly, the buzz that's going to be generated around this game and the way that soccer fans show up and the way that they have showed up specifically for CFC, again, much like yourself, I haven't yet been to a Red Wolves game, but I can imagine there's some rampant fans for the Red Wolves as well, and they're going to pack out Finley Stadium, and that's going to be a hot ticket.
Oh, and I think so. I mean, why would it? It's on a Wednesday. That's what I looked at. If that's all right, so it's on a Wednesday, and
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So I mean, kids gonna have to get out of school a little early, man.
Now you got to go to bed late, and maybe stay up a little late too. Maybe get a babysitter that night if you want to go out and enjoy some beverages or something. Enjoy the environment. It's just good for the city. I know we were there when Atlanta United came in, and the atmosphere was really cool with that. And that's obviously an MLS team, but it's just going to have a different feel. It's almost like the first battle we hope of many for the city, amongst these two soccer clubs.
Greg, did you watch a lot of football? With the tilde over the U. As when you were working with the radio station. Not really. Nope. Yeah, see, I was wondering about that. I mean, so what do you feel like the city is gonna really take from this? Do you think this will obviously increase a lot of attention and interest? But I mean, I feel like everyone's got to come up for this. Like Mayor Kelly's got to be coming out for this.
Oh,
I mean, this is going to be a big deal because this is not just any old little exhibition game. These folks are playing for money, and they are going to be playing for. I mean, what is it? Crosstown pride, right? I mean, like whoever wins this thing, they're going to be able to walk the streets a little head higher than the other team.
They are. And look, I may not have watched a whole lot of soccer in my day. I played a little bit, very little when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this: when it comes to soccer, I follow a lot of USA soccer, whether it's the men's national team, women's national team. I always enjoy watching them at the World Cup, or if they play friendlies here and there, I'll pay attention to that. So I do like soccer. So again, I'm excited. And to me, it's more than the game of soccer. It's about, hey, for the first time in, gosh, however many years, CFC started in 2009.
2009.
When did the Red Wolves start? I'd have the old Wikipedia page up. They started.
It's easy with CFC because it's in the logo.
Exactly. They were founded in 2018. So for the first time since they were founded in 2018, these two teams are going to get a chance to face off against each other. And again, it's more than just the game. It's about the city, and it's about these two clubs finally hitting the pitch and going after it. And I hope it gets a little nasty, if I'm being honest.
I think, why would it not, man? I mean, because I bet you these guys know each other. They have to run not in the same circles, but they probably keep up with each other because they're the only two soccer clubs in the area. And so I think a lot of the players naturally would. If I was playing a sport, I want to know what the crosstown rivals are. Not the rivals, but the crosstown players who also play the same thing how they're doing, and like we keep up with other radio and media stations what they're up to. So. But I think, like I said, they're playing for money, and they're playing for it's late, so I'm not thinking of the word. They're playing. What are they playing for?
Pride.
I mean, but isn't there another word for that? It's not pride, but I mean, but it is pride. But anyways, it's bragging rights.
There you go.
Bragging rights. So And so we may not see this again. And I think you said, I think it will get a little nasty because of what is on the line. I think it's going to be a very competitive game. It's not just an exhibition where like players would be willing to get hurt for this win, I think.
Yeah, probably. And look, CFC's been playing some good soccer. I've been kind of lightly keeping up with them and
They've been winning.
watching some of their highlights and things. Yeah, they are playing good soccer right now. And yeah, when it comes to them and the bragging rights, and you mentioned it's we don't know if this match is ever going to happen again. Like this isn't like, hey, like they play every single year and if you lose this time, you have another opportunity, or it's like in football, like Tennessee's going to play Alabama next year, so like that's just how it's going to happen.
Yep.
But this may be the only time, or you don't know when you're going to get another shot. So if you're the loser, I mean, you could be left with a bad taste in your mouth for a very long time, potentially.
And I'm curious to see if this is going to be televised anywhere, because I didn't necessarily. I'm not seeing anything on any kind of televised. I know if we can get in there, it'll be televised on us, but
yeah, I don't know. I know. I think we kind of talked about it in the group chat a little bit that some of the CFC games will be broadcast live, right, from the MLS League Pass, I believe it is.
Apple TV Plus, yes.
The Apple TV Plus, yeah. So this might be one where they say, "Hey, look, this is the U.S. Open Cup. Let's kind of get some people involved here. Let's get the TV networks involved. This is going to be big for the city." I mean, it's kind of come together really late last moment though, so I don't know. They don't have a ton of time. What is it? A couple of weeks to get this thing rolling, but hopefully literally 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks from tonight. By this point tonight, that game will have been decided.
Yep, and we'll be probably up on here talking about it, or we'll have been on before the game.
So it looks like they've been televising these on YouTube.
Okay.
At U.S. Soccer, just like the main U.S. Soccer page, there's 555,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. So that's where they've been televising all of these games at. So if you're not able to make the game, how dare you? But if you can't make the game, it's going to be on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Again, ticket sales are live right now. Go get your tickets. Don't walk, but run to go get them. And I just wanted to share this, Garrett, with the audience as well. Just look, for those that are kind of confused about this whole tournament and the scheduling and all of that, I found this up on Wikipedia, the schedule for the 2025 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. They've got the 14 local qualifiers. You've got the 1 National Amateur Cup, the UPSL Spring Champion, the 7 National Premier Soccer League teams, the 9 USL League 2 teams, the 14 USL League 1 teams, which is what the Red Wolves are in, and then the 10 MLS Next Pro teams, which the CFC's in, and then you've got the 8 USL Champion teams as well. LAFC won this competition last year. They will not be defending their title this year. They're going to be playing in this CONCACAF Champions Cup or something like that they were able to get into because they won the Open Cup last year.
I don't think it's what'd you just say?
CONCACAF.
I don't think that's it.
It is.
I don't think that's how you pronounce it. I think it's
CONCACAF. Yeah.
Is it CONCACAF?
It's CONCACAF.
I mean, Confederation of North Central America and Caribbean Association Football. I thought it was like CONCACAF. I guess you're right.
Yeah, it is CONCACAF. Yeah, I've watched many a CONCACAF, tournaments and things like that over the summertime when the USA is involved and whatnot. So yeah, I do like the CONCACAF championships and the tournaments that they put on there. So it's fun. Like there's a lot of different teams that are involved in this. Of the 27 American clubs in the MLS, 24 will participate in the U.S. Open Cup directly to be represented by their MLS Next Pro squad. The 16 direct participants were determined by their non-qualification for other competitions or their placement in the 2024 Supporter Shield standing. So look, Atlanta United FC, Colorado Rapids, the expansion San Diego FC, they will not have any representation from their club in the 2025 U.S. Open Cup. And as I just mentioned, the LAFC team won't be there as well. So it's a really interesting tournament. There's what I think there's like 96 teams. Yeah, 96 teams.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, in general, and within the first round here, you've got the 64 teams, and then the 32 winners from the first round. They move on to play in the second round, which we'll see CFC and the Red Wolves move on to. And then when you start to get to the third in the round of 32, that's when the MLS teams start jumping in. As you see there, May 6th and 7th, you've got the 16 MLS teams that jump in. And, I think it's a cool thing for these lower level tiered clubs, these amateur clubs, these lower level tier clubs, as I mentioned, to get an opportunity to work their way through a little bit of a tournament here and then eventually have a shot at the big boys, GT.
Yeah. Well, click on that 16 USL championship teams. Let me see what that group is about. So I just want to see what the demographic of squads that is, because it sounds like whoever wins this, either Red Wolves or our CFC friends, they'll be playing potentially some of these teams.
Yeah, so there you go. You've got here the divisions up on the right side.
Okay.
And the teams, the American division, the national division, the international division.
Okay.
So,
well, it seems like for this tournament, New York is the state to beat. New York and California are those the two states to beat, I believe.
Okay. They're the Rochester Rhinos.
Yeah, there they are, baby.
The 1999 champs.
Dude, listen, what was that Premier League team, dude? It was like a few years ago. Was it Leicester City that was like they were plus like 10,000 or something?
Oh,
crazy
yeah,
to win the Premier League or something. And these things happen. These things happen, and so I think I would love to see one of our squads, make a good representation to go far. And if anything, it's just nice to finally have a citywide event, a sporting event that we haven't had. Really, in a long time, where it was like across town teams, and we don't really have that in our city. So now we got it here, and so I think it's a great opportunity. April 2nd, tickets on sale now. Greg mentioned it earlier in the live stream that if you already have season tickets, congrats, these are included. So way to go, already prepaid. So
I really hope. Look, Finley Stadium holds about 20 some odd thousand. I'm not crazy enough to think that, hey, we're going to get 20 some odd thousand in Finley Stadium. But it would be fantastic if you could get about half that. If you get 10,000 people at this match, that would be fun.
Well, we go to the Blue Cross Blue Shield state championship football games, and we've seen what a full stadium can look like. And it looks cool. And I would like to see the Red Wolves fans on one side, and I want to see the CFC fans on one. I want to see a blue and red. I don't want to see this intermingling of people. I want a clear vision of I want to see some hatred a little bit.
Dude, it's a tale as old as time, blue versus red. You see it all the time, like in the shows and the movies.
Matrix, right? You're gonna take the
blue pill, the red pill.
The red, I think who do you got in the game? Do we want to say that yet, or we want to do a little research?
I think we're gonna have to do a little research.
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
I'll be honest with you, but yeah, I have no clue at this point. We have to do our research, do our due diligence. But as you mentioned, talking about like having like a rivalry in the same city, you don't get that in many cities. I was fortunate to grow up near one where I was rooting for the Mets, and it was like Mets Yankees in the Subway Series. Like that was always like a cool rivalry. If you grew up in California, you had like the Dodgers and the Angels, or the Dodgers and the Giants. The Dodgers and the Giants are more so the rivals there, obviously both from the National League.
Was like back in the friggin' 20s and 30s and 40s.
Oh, that was the Brooklyn Dodgers versus the
that you're going back to like Willie Mays
New York
days
Giants
right now.
Yeah, exactly. But even in California, like the Dodgers and the Giants still hate each other. And from being in Dallas, there's a couple of teams in Texas as well. It's not quite the same city, but same state they share.
Yeah, as a Mavs fan, it's a horrible feeling right now. But as a Mavs fan, we always hated San Antonio growing up. We no one from Dallas that likes any Houston teams. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So But no, like I said, I'm excited for this because I was so in our group chat, everybody. It's a dopamine hit, right? And so like this group chat on this Chatted Up Sports, whenever we get this kind of news, we all get so excited because like this is our passion, and so I'm stoked, man. And have crosstown rivalries; those things don't happen very often. It seems like rivalries that really settle in for at least CFC is they have the the
Hooligans.
Chatahooligans. This one,
Yeah.
Nashville FC and the Knoxville Force. Those are kind of the main few that they focus on, and so this is a good one. And like I said, when's the next time this is going to happen? They don't play in the same league. They would have to go out on their own, and if you want to see it happen, right, you guys got to show up. Like the folks got to show up to the game, because that's how you get two organizations together to put on an exhibition in the future. If you want that, you got to show that it's worth putting the money and the effort into for these sponsors to jump in. So if you don't show up, this may not happen again for a long time. So by showing up, you increase the odds that these two organizations come back together and they say, hey, let's do a rematch, because forget that, we're not going to let you keep those bragging rights.
By the way, the reason why we got this matchup, we haven't even talked about this, GT, but it was a 0-0 tie in extra time at 112th minute.
112th minute.
Yeah, where CFC was playing, who was it? It was Corpus Christi, I believe it was.
Corpus Christi FC, that's right.
Yeah, Corpus Christi FC. They won 1-0 in the 112th minute. They get a beautiful cross and a goal for CFC, and they ended up winning 1-0, and that's what allowed us to get the Red Wolves versus CFC. And that's why this is, coming out so late, because this game ended literally like an hour ago.
Yeah.
And then we found out that we were going to get CFC versus the Red Wolves. So a lot of dramatics when it comes to little soccer in the city, baby.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so it looks like there was 2,075 fans at that particular game tonight. So
and that was at Corpus Christi.
That was at Corpus Christi, and so man, Chattanooga's got a show better than Corpus, folks. Corpus Christi, they have terrible beaches, but they do get to claim Whataburger. So
that's true.
Can't hate them.
Is special.
Can't hate them too much, but we can do better than 2,075 fans for a home game. So.
Yeah, and plus, again, as we've been talking about and lamenting here for the last 20 minutes or so, this is going to be a special one. Like we just don't know if we're ever going to get this match again, because it seems like they are so dead set against playing each other. Like they're not in the same league, so they don't really play each other. I don't think they've ever played like a friendly or anything like that since I've been here. I haven't heard about them playing a friendly or an exhibition match or anything along those lines. It just seemed like they're two clubs that are very hated against each other. Yeah. So this is going to be special for the city of Chattanooga.
Yeah, and like I said, the right way to do this, Greg. The right way to do this, you got to get food trucks. You got to get you got to
make this a party downtown.
You got to
vend a pavilion.
Yeah, you got to pavilion this a little bit. You can't just hey, show up to this game and be done with it. I think you got to put it. People need to show up. Because again, the bigger this gets, the more likely we could see it again. And the best thing that we could offer our city always is just more excitement, because especially in sports, man, there's only so much of it. So let's so I think you got to get food trucks, you got to get beer tickets, man, little wristbands, go to the Ultra Club. I don't know, man. That's what I'm thinking.
There's got to be something special that they do for this. And I know they don't have that much time to plan things. We got 2 weeks to figure it out, but sometimes you get greatness that falls into your lap, and you just got to make the best of it.
Yep, just like Chatted Up.
That's right. Didn't even know this is something that we wanted, but here we are, 101 or 2 episodes later.
I think this is we are 100. Whatever this is our sidecast. This is a special edition, right?
This is like a bonus to Chatted Up edition.
So, but man, it's already been 25 minutes. It's crazy.
I know. I was fully prepared to jump on and just do this on my own. I was like looking up all the stats. I was reading everything. I was trying to, sound somewhat knowledgeable to talk about this, but I appreciate you hanging out for the last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got my wife in the back. I don't know what she's doing. She's been slowly going back and forth in this kitchen trying to eat. there's easily 13, now 11. There was 13 people watching her eat that. So, but I'm glad I hopped on. I wasn't gonna let you hoop alone. It's not
I
fun.
appreciate that. That's a true friend right there.
So
That's
anyway.
a lot of love.
But yes, love always, brother. I'm stoked to jump into this with the boys. For our next show, talk a little bit about it. And but dude, I'm so stoked for this game. And so April 2nd, we got the banner down here. Buy your tickets. We'll put some links in the chats. So y'all can have easy access to that. No worries.
Gotta love it. Yeah. Speaking of the show, we will be going live again tomorrow. We've been on it this week. We've been doing shows and interviews and all that stuff. And if you missed the Dadded Up episode, the sidecast that Garrett and Chase do, check it out wherever you get your podcast. Two new dads just trying to figure it out.
March Madness, man. What about that? Like, we have our big March Madness bracket tournament too.
I know. I'm covering all the bases. I'm just starting with you guys, and we'll finish with the big thing with the bracket challenge. We got about 60 people in the bracket challenge already.
Dude, I know, that was awesome. I was stoked to see that number rising throughout the day. So we got pretty much enough. You have what, 14 hours left ish to get that in, and so like I said, those prizes are crazy. We got a smoker, we got first pitch at a Lookouts game and 4 tickets. So I mean, how cool are you to be a dad or a mom and say, "Oh yeah, kids, let's go throw the first pitch," and get to do that. You look like a superhero. So definitely do it. You get a smoker. We got CFC tickets and a flag. Plus, G, he's got the inside scoop on all things UTC softball.
Come on out, baby.
Did it finally come in? Is that the real? That's the good one.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Not the first, not this one. You got that.
Yeah, this is the real one, brother.
Dude, that's nice.
I know it's kind of hard to see, but
it's just because you got that light on it. Is there? There you go. There's your name. Yeah, there's Larnard, AC, assistant coach, baby.
That's right.
I'm so proud of you, man. The girls. It seems like they're playing well. They're clicking.
Yeah. We had a weird game last night. It was like our girl 1 hit Kennesaw, and we were getting 2 hit. It was 0-0 going to the 8th inning, and we ended up scoring a run without a hit, and we won 1-0 and walked it off on a wild pitch.
I don't even know how you do that. How do you score? How's that happen?
Well, you start with in extra innings. You start with a girl on second base. And it's like the international tiebreaker rule. So we had our catcher bunter over, and then the next pitch was a wild pitch. Catcher tried to block it. It squirted away, and the runner scored.
Okay. Well, there you go.
If you want to hear more about the UTC softball team, we had our weekly conversation with head coach Frank Reed. You can find that on all podcast platforms as well. Just search Chatted Up. You can also get us on social media if you want to jump into the bracket challenge. Completely free to enter. As Garrett mentioned, all those incredible prizes, the ultimate sports package that we put together for you from this area. And you get a chance to do all of those things, and just follow us on social media. There's links all over the place to sign up. Again, you got about 14 hours or so before the games kick off. And how about Chase's Tar Heels last night? Kicking butt, baby.
Man, listen, I don't want to share too much of my own bracket, but the UNC, man, I don't think they're a one-hit wonder in this tournament. I think they got a little bit of something to them. That's how
magic.
I think magic. It's that time of year, March Magic, man. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. So
always. Well, you keep all the magic yourself, man. It's good to see your face. Yeah. I wish you were going to be able to hang out with us tomorrow, but Chase and I are going down. I can't reveal the location, but we got some fun things in the works for you where we may not have to be doing it virtually all of the time, and we may have something that looks a little cleaner, a little cooler, but I'll keep that under wraps for now. So Chase and I will be doing a podcast tomorrow night after the Volunteers face Wofford in their first round matchup in the NCAA tournament. We'll give you live reaction to the Vols, hopefully beating the 15-seeded Wofford Terriers.
The worst 2 days in corporate America performance every year. So excited, Greg.
And the best time to get a vasectomy if you're a guy.
Yeah, that's what you did teach me that. I was like, I told Bliss, I was like, my wife, I was like, if I mess up again and we get you pregnant a second time, I'm gonna we're doing the March Madness vasectomy thing. I can't in this economy with this inflation's. Oh man, we can't afford more than 2. So I don't know how the people do it who got like 8, man. They're like living off of beans and rice, dude.
Well, that's like Phillip Rivers and Antonio Cromartie and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, or like Nick Cannon, right? Like,
and Nick Cannon too.
Yeah, you're just that at that point. You're just
dang.
Anyways, so follow us everywhere. G, always love talking with you. Glad to catch up with you, brother. You look good. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
See that
So are
ring.
you. Those glasses look good.
Yeah.
All right, for Garrett Tolley, I'm Greg Leonard. We will see you tomorrow night after Tennessee and Wofford. Peace and love. Be good.
Peace.
Do good things. Be nice to people.